Start. Make sure that the damn thing's actually working the way it's supposed to. Microsoft. You assholes. Ugh. Alright. What's to do? What's to do? Dr. Dark Energy. Nightborn. Alright, just trying to decide who I want to play. Panic. So many choices, you know. Abaddon the Fallen, Flabbergaster, the Dink, he's a bad guy. 309. Jimmy Joe Bob Musashi. Steve Constantine. Gonad the Barbarian because I'm 9. Let's see. Flex McGristle. I think I played him last time. I got Screaming Mimi up to 23. Sterling Sagittarius is my Sterling Archer. The Sagittarius is the Archer. It's a two. I'm liking that. Maybe Sterling Sagittarius. The Old Fart did that. He was created on my birthday. Old Man 2019 was created on New Year's Eve. Big Baby was created after midnight on New Year's Eve. We got I think who was I gonna go with? Nobody here, huh? No? Nobody here? Yeah, who knows? Sagittarius. Let's go with him. Dual Pistols, Willpower Sentinel. And good evening to whoever has joined me. See, that's the problem with having so goddamn many characters. I earned a badge. What do we have? Cryo ammunition, nice. You can also have incendiary or chemical. A couple of passive defenses and my flying. Dual wield, pistols, bullet rain. Oh, come on. How can anyone not want a skill called bullet rain? Seriously. And unlike the real Sterling Archer, mind control. Let's see. Defeat Skull Leader and Guards. I'm going to do that. So evidently, Sterling Sagittarius was a spy who got hit by a magic beam, I think? it is in King's Row. No, it's in King's Row. Oh, right. Alright. Pardon me. Brain fart. Don't worry, it was a minor one. So, the update on the back continues to vary quite widely day by day. On the positive side, we're completely out of spasm now and have been for a few days. That's the one that's debilitating. It's just more of a thing. But I'm beginning to think that it may in fact be just a chronic thing I'm going to have to learn to live with the way my dad did. He was kind enough to genetically pass along his bad back to me. Defeat Skull Leader and guards. Like Athena's source was right. This is definitely a hideout for skulls. I have to check out my powers, actually. Trying to remember how to do that. Menu. I'm betting it's menu. No, it's not. At least not there. Not that one. Nope, not that. Description. Yes, I'm a secret agent. No, I'm not that secret agent. No, not that one either. Oh, that's a cool skill. Which one is that? Suppressive fire. Oh, so it's like a root or slow. Alright, pistols is light, damage, lethal. Reduces their defense. Knockback special on the dual wield. Suppressive fire, moderate damage, lethal, special with a disorient. Good, good. Swap ammo skill, which is what we've got down here. Alright. I haven't played this character for quite some time, so good evening. Well, we've got a clicky. Be up there, I hope. Maybe it might be over my head. Back up here. It is. I forgot. Okay, I do have XP bonus on. Okay, well, I found a clue. See, I told you guys I had a clue. Contrary to popular belief. I need to defeat the Skull Leader and his guards. Ding! Lingerie, pet supplies, power tool. Down he goes. Oh, somebody over there. Man, the trolls are loving the Saperidine. Saperidine is a illegal drug. Compound Fracture is the lieutenant. I think he's the boss. He's not the boss of me. Hey, Vorp, how you doing? Happy Friday. This is my Sterling Archer based character. We got them all. There's a Chloe over there. Despite I've got everything done. This would give me extra goodiness, but I'm currently running the XP bonus, so I don't get the influence. Exit. His name is Sterling Sagittarius, because Sagittarius is the archer. You know, Sterling, the archer. It's okay. Contact task complete. Wow, this ledger you found is great. Looks like the Skull's entire drug operation is summed up here, along with their connections to the trolls and the family. Now that's what I call juicy info. I'm sure the police would love this. It's starting to look like the Skulls and the Hellions are coming together for a big clash of the spawns. Clash of the pawns, Sterling Sagittarius. Bonefire. Carla Brunelli wants to see that ledger you took from the Skulls. She's on the gang task force there in Paragon City, and she's the best person to handle this new info about the Skulls' Paradine connections. Do me a favor and take that ledger to Carla Brunelli. Okay. Skyway City. I fly. And there's my afterburner. Sterling Archer can't fly, so I've got that one up on him. He has one. Got turned around in my brains. Pardon me. Probably south, but we'll see when we get there. Oh, I didn't want Steel Canyon, did I? Skyway City. I have failed and feel shame. And I'm off. To the right place this time. I promise. Yeah. Hi, Carla. Wow, this ledger is everything Willie Starbuck described and more. It seems that the family has been supplying the Skulls with Saperidine, and the Skulls are then selling it to the trolls, keeping the family's nose clean. Lining up for the opposition, we've got the Hellions, the Outcasts, and the Warriors. It looks like the Warriors have a huge artifact trade going, and the Hellions and Outcasts are in on that action. I need you to get to Perez Park. Oh, God, not Perez Park. start putting a hurt on both the Hellions and the Skulls. Hopefully you can get info on one of their headquarters, and then we can put a big dent in their organization. 20 Hellions and 20 Skulls. Oh, charming. Can we get directly to Perez Park? We can. Hey Z, how you doing tonight? Happy weekend. At least I hope. And Perez Park race. Perez Park was initially those are Hellions. Which did I need again? It was Skulls and Hellions. I need to take out a bunch of them, so that's what we're going to do. This is the girlfriend from hell. I didn't name that. I didn't name her that. That's what she's called. Not my fault. No, I got rid of them. Now I just need 20 skulls. The Hellions went fast. Let's see about the skulls. Of course, I'm way over level on these guys. So this used to be a place where, because there were so many mobs, basically you wouldn't come in at low levels in solo. You'd come in with a group, or usually it'd be a group, and you'd just street sweep, cleaning up batches of mobs after batches of mobs. But I significantly out-level them, so I'm just killing them for information. I mean, beating them up, obviously, so that they can go to jail and become productive members of society. Clearly, not killing anyone. The gun is shooting tranquilizer bullets. Yeah, tranquilizer bullets. Let's go with that. I ain't seen no skulls for nothing. All I'm seeing is Hellions everywhere. Hellions everywhere. Not a skull to kill. Capture. There they are. Capture, of course. Capture. I missed? How can I miss? Don't you know who I am? Got a bunch of them. How many more we need? 9 more skulls. There we go. We got them all. We'll fly up again. And we'll contact our contact. One of the skulls rolled over. Excellent. Now that we know the location of their headquarters, you can show them who has the power in Paragon City. By selecting no, I don't want to do that. Okay, there we are. More guns. More guns. More gang members. And I will use more guns to inconvenience them. To stun them so that they may be arrested. And sent to a reformatory for those poor misguided youth. Who have lost their way on the busy and dangerous streets of Paragon City. Oh, I hate these maps. The cave maps are the worst. And it's a defeat all. You'll note the size of the map. And these maps are the worst in the game, and having a kill-all mission in here, well, I may be here a while. Because there are multiple, certain rooms in this map type have multiple levels. And often can be difficult to find things, especially in a kill-all mission, because you have to find every single bad guy. And guess what? Okay, defeat them all. Not kill. Obviously, I'm not killing them. Reforming. High impact reforming. With gunfire. Alright, dead end. Another dead end. Okay, every dead end is good news. See, multiple levels. Not being used here. got to scour every square inch to make sure you don't miss anything, or you're going to be back wandering around in every multi-level map trying to track down the 1 or 2 or 3 mobs who are not easily accessible or obvious. Okay, that all looks clear. This room appears to be clear. It's one of those old school mechanics. You've heard me complaining about those not too terribly long ago in regards to Latra. Where certain game mechanics fell out of vogue because they're a pain in the butt for the player base. Be an example. Kill all missions are terrible. They're just awful. They need to go away. Never return and darken the door of any of the MMO I ever play again, please. Along with escort quests, they're just something I could entirely live without ever having to do. But one thing, and this obviously isn't true for escort quests, generally speaking. Well, it can happen with escort quests too. When they bug, you're screwed. Yeah, I've had quests where, kill all quests where somebody spawned inside, behind, under part of the map geometry, and you're done. Kill everybody else, but you can't kill that one dude because he's under a rock. Escort quests can have the same thing. If they bug, you're screwed. Not because you did anything wrong, but because the quests themselves are simply not well designed. And that's one of the reasons why I'm such a nut about one of the things that absolutely drives me crazy about a game. Is when they screw up their quest scripting. It bugs out any number of different ways where they can bug out. Your quest scripting has got to be freaking bulletproof. Stuff over there. There. Start back here. The skulls won't know what hit them. Battalion is presumably the boss. Lieutenant, but named Lieutenant, so I guess it's the boss. Who's he telling to attack? I already disabled, obviously did not kill. Just disabled because I'm the good guy. It's flunkies. Did not finish. Well, that's such a... It should take me back into getting myself turned around now. That's not going to help. That's not going to help me in any way. Right. This is why kill all missions can die in a fire, I suppose. It's not the... There's one map above all the other maps in the game that it's just so terrible. But then I think it's safe to say I seldom think anyway now. Miss. Not a good well time to miss. Nice lucky knockback though. Aliens are in our base, and Sterling Sagittarius too. Though. 2 here, huh? Lots of lieutenants, though. I think this room is clear. And is the end of the map, so now we double back and make sure we've cleared out everything. Or hope we've cleared out everything and we don't have to run through the entire length, breadth, depth, any other dimension I'm missing. Mission space. Kill all maps. Kill all in every game and underground maps in this game. Mine maps, to be specific. Although the Circle of Thorns maps are pretty bad too, and they're underground. Basically the underground missions just suck. I was hoping for a dump, which means you have successfully completed the mission. I'm screwed. I think I'm screwed. I think I have gone through the entire map. I've defeated everyone. But I guess I didn't find everyone. I believe I predicted this one correctly, unfortunately. This would happen. And I hate it. Precious hates it forever. speed up our search. What did I miss? Did I miss a room, one mob, or a group of 3 mobs? This room is the most likely culprit. There's multiple levels and stuff. And yet, despite being the most likely culprit, seems to be innocent. Oh, 1, 3. It was a group of 3. Please, when she goes down, give me the dump it the dun dun. Thank you. 23 reward merits. I hate kill all missions. I hate underground missions. I'm just a hate-filled beast. Alright, success is mine. Mission is completed. Contact. You performed great in there, Sterling Sagittarius. The city and its people owe you a debt of gratitude. I don't know if you've heard, but that ledger was stolen from Carla. It's a damn shame. Darn shame, sorry. PG-13. The drug connections it described would have let us put away several ranking members of the Skulls, Trolls, and family. And it just got stolen from her, huh? Yeah, that sounds suspicious. You saved a Magi Mystic, took down those warring gang members, and greatly expanded our knowledge of how the gangs in Paragon City operate. Sterling Sagittarius, nothing can diminish what you accomplish here. This was our greatest victory to date. Yay. I got a couple guys in Skyway City. Base Portal, Steel Canyon, Skyway City. Oh, Skyway City's handy. We'll head over to Skyway City and we'll talk to one of our contacts over there and see if we can't get ourselves another mission or two. Contacts. A mile away. 800 yards away. Wow. That's close a mile. Welcome to Skyway City, everybody. We'll see what Tristan Kane has for us. The villains in this city are a danger more insidious than most people realize. I hope you'll help me in diminishing that threat. Someone I know could really use your help. It's time for you to focus your attention and assistance towards others, Sterling Sagittarius. Wyatt Anderson, Steel Canyon. Basically, out-leveled the quest that this guy could give. That's Talos Island, Kings Row, Fault Line. Well, we can hit the transit, I guess. Take a quick ride over to Wyatt Anderson and Steel Canyon. I assume you guys can hear me just fine. I patched my operating system last night, and I have a little post-it now I put up when I starting today, last night, when I patched. That says sound. Fuck Windows, because Windows patching always screws up my sound, and I checked earlier, and it had indeed fucked my microphone on Slobs on Steam. It did not appear to screw with my Discord for a change, but it may have. I didn't have a chance for it to fail, but I set it rather than most of the previous times when I assumed they could hear me on the other side of the sound. Them, it was exactly. Microsoft, after all these years, still can't get their audio shit. Just blows me. Every time what's the clockwork? Every time coming back for more, alright. Every time I patch my system software from Microsoft, it changes the sound input here from it left it to the default. It changes it from default or my Blue Yeti. It changes it to a string of about, I don't know, 30 hexadecimal digits. Nice, Microsoft. Well done. All these years and you can't get your shit straight. Alright, Wyatt, what do you got for me? You heard about those troll rampages in Skyway City? According to my reports, each troll takes a heavy dose of Paradine, enough to make him nearly insane with fury. Then they hit the streets and destroy everything in sight. It's some sort of recreation. And you get to Skyway City and stop the troll rampage. Nether is my best clockwork source. Tells me that Clockwork have developed a new miniaturized power source. They're storing it in an abandoned warehouse. Will you cover that Clockwork power source? I sure will. I will do that. That's in Kings Row. Oh, yeah. Time to engage my super secret, formerly known private intelligence organization. Formerly known as ISIS, before, ISIS stole their super secret flying technology. Alright, back to Kings Row. Was like a Saturday morning live action sort of cartoony thing when I was young about a superheroine named Isis. Starred a very, very hot I don't think I ever really watched it. I would like stop in and go continue on to watch whatever I was watching. I totally never would watch it. Actually, I'm not sure if I ever did watch it, but I know I would passing. Check out the heroine. Ah, the innocent days of my youth. Innocent, maybe not entirely the right word, but it's as close as we're going to get, so. This warehouse looks old and unused. Rusty bits of old machines are scattered on the floor. Yeah, that does sound like ideal for clockwork. Right, I'm beating up robots. But they started it. Better for me to keep track of stuff. Anybody up here waiting for me? Looking for trouble? Oh, bada boom. He's big. He's a big bada boom. He's only a lieutenant. However, when he is destroyed, he breaks up into a bunch of little turds. Give ourselves a little accuracy boost so we are less likely to miss. Make sure we've got our area effect thing ready for when he breaks up into his little jerk friend. They're jerks. I mean, that's. I mean, sure, it sounds a little bit hasty to call them jerks like that, but they're fucking jerks. You do have to be careful with the robots. They have electrical attacks, which don't do an enormous amount of damage, but they can also drain your energy, so be careful. It's very easy to suddenly find yourself. Two health-based toggles going and a damage toggle going. And I'm never really having any problem with either health or energy. Tesla Knight. Go ahead and use the AE because it's going to take me a while to punch through the Tesla. Yeah, that got me down about halfway on energy. So. Take a tick or two to get my energy back. Now to have a friend with them. Get some. Big present. Alright, I think this is what we came here for. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Defeat all robots. Fuck. You know what's worse than a defeat all mission? A mission where you got a different thing and when you finish the thing, it then tells you to defeat all. That's worse. We're getting close to a level. Fly. Like a beagle. Contact. I can talk to him. No. I can't call him. I have to go talk to him personally. He doesn't trust me enough to give me his cell phone number. What a jerk. Alright, Steel Canyon. City. No. We've got to hit monorail. Afterburn. Freedom Plaza. Hilariously, that's where the police are. Ah, a more innocent day. I think it was Steel Canyon North, I think. We've got Comrade Utopia and Body Recycler are the two heroes. One of them is a summoner and had a pet robot. Alright, Wyatt. Probably not going to give me enough XP for the level. Why would the clockwork be guarding this device? If it couldn't possibly provide any power, as usual, their actions don't make any sense. My friend, you've shown yourself to be a reliable and trustworthy. Shown yourself to be reliable and trustworthy. A source tipped me off to some new enhancements for my store. If there's anything I can do for you, my cell phone is always on. I'm going to introduce you to some of my other contacts. Take contact. Let's see. Vazalok and the Outcasts. Don't like the Vaz. Clockwork and the Lost. Yeah, better than the Vaz. So accept that. Do you have any missions here, Farid? Or no, this is Wyatt. The Mind of the King. I'm interested in finding out more about how the Clockwork King's robots work. He may be a villain, but he's made some amazing creations. Could you find a clockwork power source for me to study? Sure. I can do that. I need to defeat 15 clockwork. In January of 2003, Rebecca Foss and Hero Corps returned to Paragon City. No, not that. Reading this. Ms. Foss held a conference here to commemorate the opening of the company's new headquarters in Steel Canyon. She said, the world has been through hard times indeed. All our heroes are needed now more than ever, and Hero Corps is needed as well. Alright, I need to find and in this particular case, destroy is appropriate. More clockworks. Another one attacking me from somewhere? Oh, yeah, there is. I don't know why I couldn't see him. It's because I'm old and going blind. Proffer that as a possibility. Alright, I need 8 more clockwork. Don't worry, they'll fall. Just like clockwork. I need 5 more clockwork. Basically, you can find them in alleys and frequently on the tops of buildings. Clockwork King is a great big robot who has his own robots. He is quite the mystery. I need 2 more clockworks. Oh, look. 3 more clockworks. Well, that's... I can make do with 3. odds are fair. Not quite. Thank you very much. This will help I understand the clockwork better. I'll let you know what I discover. Clockwork have been causing crashes in Skyway City, so they can make off with the wreckage. We can't let this continue. You've got to get to Skyway City and stop the clockwork causing these traffic accidents, or the mind of a king. This clockwork power source you recovered doesn't answer any questions as I had hoped. In fact, I can't seem to make it function at all. Perhaps the key lies in one of the clockwork's bases of operations. According to my sources, there's a clockwork base in a nearby office building, under the control of a mighty robot called Bolts. I want you to combat the clockwork in that office, bring back anything that looks like it might be a power broadcasting. Right. Bolts is going down. He's in King's Row. I'm not. Let's go Boomtown, Barrels Park. Back to the monorail. It's so modern. Next thing you know, something like that would show up in, I don't know, Disneyland. Please. I can almost taste level 18 right now. Look, there's no doors here. No doors on... Oh, there are doors. Okay. I was just thinking that building was a terrible fire trap, but it's fine. And we go in. More robots. Well, you know, when they see me, they just go to pieces. It's... the aforementioned level. Now, you get a big set of buffs for a minute or 90 seconds. So I'm going to run and see if I can't get trouble started. While I've got my buffs up. Last too much longer. There they go. So we got a couple of batches of mobs taken care of during our big buff. Couple 3. This is the way we must go, then. I can hear mobs in here, and I don't want to leave them behind in case it's another clear the building out of all robots. That sounds like a follow. Full Throttle 75. Thank you very, very much for the follow. You get my spiel. I just have the one. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and quite frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. Thanks, and And good evening. Hope your weekend is off to a great start. Dysfunctioned? Well, let's face it, we all spend way too much time in dysfunctioned. If you're talking about City of Heroes, it is an old school game and has a lot of old school mechanics. So if you're used to more contemporary MMOs, yeah, you're going to have some stuff to figure out. If you got any questions, let me know. If I can, I'd be glad to help. Good luck in the new one. I myself have in my time quit. I came home one day and I'm trying to write a note to myself to remind myself about something, and I dropped the pen 3 times. I pick it up, start writing, drop the pencil. Pen. Where's a pen? Pick it up, and I realized I'm just so stressed out, my hand was shaking. And I said, I don't need this shit, so I quit. Yeah, that was it. It wasn't even that the job was terrible or anything. I was just stressed out in it. Hopefully that wasn't all yours. Yeah, I gotta say that doesn't sound like a particularly entertaining way of working the day. Hope the new one works out better. Knock on wood. Oh, wow, yeah. My first thought is, well, humidity is a thing, and I bet you know it really, really well. No, thank you. I'll pass. Parts of it I absolutely agree with. Other parts of it, yeah, I could use a little sprucing up. But if you're new to City of Heroes, I certainly hope you like it. But it definitely is a game from its time. It's missing a lot of the quality of life stuff that we kind of take for granted now. And it's going to be occasionally annoying. Yeah, I played it a lot at numerous different times. Played for a while. I'm kind of an itinerant gamer. I wander around a lot. Alright, nobody in here. I gotta find bolts. The one thing I wish they would add, I have no idea if it would be easy to code. It feels like it should be easy to code, which is for stuff like if you bring up the map. I really wish I didn't have to click that or hit M again. I really wish I could just escape out of all open windows and dialogues. Yeah, you get the quests from a contact, but they won't necessarily always appear in an obvious, easy way. So this is the mission I'm on, but if I were to leave the map, it might not show up until I went to mission and selected it again. And contacts are the quest givers, After you do a mission or two for them, you can call them remotely instead of having to talk to them directly. But a lot of times, if you've got to find one, like, say, my next mission, if this guy doesn't have any more missions and I've got to find Fareed Abdullah, you have to move to the right map and then make sure you have him selected so he'll show up on the map. So it's not like, most of us are probably used to having a bunch of quests on the right-hand side. I know they do that in Guild Wars 2, in Watro, in WoW. So here, it's always going to be, at least by default, at the top. I've moved a couple of the UI elements. You can click and drag them freely. By default, the map compass rose is up here, and it'll have the indicators for where you're going. No, I didn't want that. On a cooldown. Yep. New PoE League in a week, by the way, since you mentioned PoE. Next Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. So, 6 days in 19 hours? 18 hours. Well, yeah, this character is a riff on Sterling Archer from the Archer cartoon. He's Sterling Sagittarius. Sterling Archer was taken. And so Sagittarius is the sign of the Archer. It's Bolts! Hi, Bolts. There's Bolts. And all of his little buddies are about to come out and say hi. He Bolts and his minions. Like, say, the Gears. Ha ha ha, little kids. Back here. Yeah, it does look like it's a clear all mission. Have to defeat him and his minions, so yeah, let's... Jump at the bam bam. Yep. Made my living keeping everyone happy, getting their email, browsing their porn at work, you know. Wyatt? Thanks. This Clockwork broadcasting unit may help us figure out how the Clockwork King powers his minions. I must say, it's an odd design for the Clockwork. I have to run a number of tests. Mind of the King. Next quest. I'm really stumped by the broadcasting unit you found in the Clockwork lair. It doesn't look like anything the Clockwork King's normal designs. I've been scanning for a signal similar to one in the output devices, and I finally located it. It's in the section of Paragon City sewers. Oh, don't like sewers either. I need you to go into the sewers and recover the device. If I were you, I'd be prepared for a fight. Well, yeah. Yeah, they changed some of the level-based stuff. It used to be at level 6 you could get the hover power. And then at level 14 you could get full flight. They've changed it now so you can get a travel power early. Well, they changed it early. They changed it later in the game's release so that you can get travel powers earlier. So flight, super jump. By the way, every game should have super jump. It's amazing. Their implementation is so much fun. Teleportation, super speed. So you get a travel power as an optional power early on as well. And I recommend certainly that you take it. Yeah, There's the classes, the profession types. Basically, you have a primary and a secondary, and there's like 6 or 8 or more different types. For instance, you can be a blaster, which is primarily offensive damage. You can be support based, in which case soloing is going to be very slow. Uh, you can be a tank. You can be melee. You can be ranged. There are a lot of options and a lot of options to sort of mix and match. Yeah, it can. You have a great many choice to defeat villains in the sewers in Boomtown. First of all, I need to train. Where's the trainer? Rooftop, base portal. Where's the trainer? Trainer. Where's the trainer? There he is. Blue Steel, of course. He's right here in front of the police department. Hey, Canucket. Thank you very much. Blue Steel trained me up. I hit level 18. Dun, dun, dun. We'll train to a new level of power. Choose my new title. No. Train up to the next level. Ah, delicious. All right. Give me a sec here. Empty clips. Empty clips of both your pistols in an arc of suppression fire. This attack can blast multiple foes in the affected cone area and has a small chance of knocking some foes down. Affected targets will have their defense reduced slightly, as well if standard ammo is equipped. Changing your ammo type with swap ammo power will change the secondary from lethal to cold, fire, or toxic. Executioner's Thought is a deadly ranged attack. Foes struck by this attack will suffer lethal damage and will likely be knocked back by the impact of the attack. Targets struck by Executioner Shot with no special ammo will have their defenses reduced. Gotcha. I think empty clips we'll go with. And we'll swap the locations with that. Excellent. We're off to Boomtown. Show me the zone map. No, show me the city map. I'm in Kings Row. Steel Canyon, Boomtown. So it's south of Kings. Should be able to reach it then, shouldn't I? No, I can't get to Boomtown from Kings Row? Really? That just don't seem right. Oh, that's Brickstown. There's Fault Line, Atlas Park. There's Boomtown. So that's north of Steel Canyon, so we need to go to Steel Canyon North. Yeah, as far as figuring the game out, it would be tough. It might be worth your time. Because a lot of the mechanics, it's a very different game. It was when games were being produced, they were far less likely to follow sort of the default WoW model that they are these days, and so a lot of the game implementation was just simply done differently. Tell me I can pick it right. Down. So it might be worth your while to do a Google for introduction to City of Heroes, something like that. Yeah, EverQuest is a better example than WoW, realistically, in that at the time this game was made, a lot of people weren't following the EverQuest model of hotbar skills, tab targeting, and stuff. They were doing weirder things like Star Wars Galaxies, Anarchy Online, stuff like that. And this is part of that sort of design aesthetic, I suppose, in that the game systems work very strangely. Well, if you've played Star Wars Galaxies, then you know how differently that game played from the way most games are played today. And we're headed there. And so this is similar to that, not in the way it plays, but that it plays differently from the way most games play. I played a lot of Anarchy Online. Anarchy Online was the first MMO that really grabbed me. And then Star Wars Galaxies grabbed me, beat me up, stole my lunch money, and made me love it. That was the first one. Anarchy Online was the first one that grabbed me, and Star Wars Galaxies was the first one that owned me. I played Anarchy Online on stream a couple of years ago. It's still a perfectly playable game. Yep. I never got into AC, or AC2 for that matter. The back is out of spasm, which is the worst part, is when it's in spasm. So that is a huge improvement. So, I mean, that's a huge win. But I've been fighting another part of the back for about a month now. Guild Wars player. I'm a big Guild Wars 2 player. Guild Wars never grabbed me. I have played it some, and I've tried to have it grab me, but it mostly punches me in the face. I'm afraid, or beginning to be afraid, that the lesser back problem I've been suffering for most of the last month, excluding the week or so when I was in spasm, is going to be chronic. It was for my dad. Locate the broadcasting device. My dad had chronic back problems, and I've had he gave me his back and his belly and his baldness. So it wouldn't surprise me if it turns out that, yeah, this is just going to be a chronic back problem I'm always going to have. I really don't like the boss. But thank you for asking, Kanaka. Short version, back is out of spasm, which is great. But I still have this lingering back issue that maybe not going ever away, which is just more discomfort and mild occasional pain. Not the debilitating stuff. And the debilitating stuff, if the debilitating stuff is gone, I can survive this. I can deal with it regardless. So, very large improvement. We'll have to see going forward as to whether it's ever going to get back to the state it used to be. I hope so, but I'm not counting on it anymore. Let's open the door. Oh, more vase. An embalmed cadaver, huh? Those guys are bad because they run up to you and blow up. I'm gonna let the embalmed cadaver get close. And there, he started his wind-up to blow up, and he blew up. I was playing Last Epoch earlier today. I'll be playing Path of Exile on Friday. I played a lot of WoW. I played a lot of EQ2. I played some Torchlight 1 and 2. A good chunk of Grim Dawn. Hades, I couldn't handle the WASD movement. I really enjoyed Chaos Bane. I played it on stream and all the way to end of the storyline stuff and maybe a little beyond. I was surprised. I got it like really cheap and it got not great reviews, but I really was surprised. I liked it a lot. Another embalmed cadaver. They're bad news. I'm not a fan of them. Final Fantasy? I'm going to guess. I'm not a fan of Final Fantasy 14 either. The way I describe it is as follows. I have a lot of friends whose tastes I normally agree with. who love it. Um, it's got millions of subscribers who love the game. It's got well balanced, polished game systems, an enormous fan base, compelling story, I've been told, and I fucking hate it. But that's a me thing. It's not that there's a problem with the game. It's me. I can't stand Final Fantasy XIV. I do miss WildStar, Canucket. Of the ones you have there, obviously, I also do miss Marvel Heroes a lot, too. Yeah, exactly. Final Fantasy XIV, just not for me. I've never liked any of the Asian role-playing games. They just don't work for me. They work on a very different design paradigm than the Western RPGs I've always played. And I just never cared for them. Yep. Yeah, I'm not an anime fan at all. Unless you're talking Ghost in the Shell, I liked a lot. Akira, I consider to be an actual classic. I admired the craftsmanship, the artisanship of Princess Mononoke. But I didn't like it. I admired it, but I didn't like it. But most of the stuff, I'm not a fan. My anime opinions are predicated on, in 1968 or 69, something like that, the first anime came to this country. And it was like Kimba the White Lion and Speed Racer. I didn't like Kimba, it was for little kids. And I did like Speed Racer, but I couldn't watch it too much because there were some characters in it I hated. I hated Chim Chim and I hated Spritle. And the same things that made them put those characters in show up in so many other animes. The anime cliches are so strong. They're as bad as broadcast TV dramas, network TV dramas in America. Mortificator. I don't think I want to fight the Mortificator. I'd rather just avoid him if I can. Oh. An A-bomb, or abomination. And the Mortificator. He wants me. So yeah, you combine the fact that I'm not an anime fan and I'm not a fan of JRPGs. Well, Final Fantasy XIV started out with a sort of a big negative load for me to try and carry. So it had a lot to overcome, and it didn't overcome it. And some of the technical details I didn't like. The GCD is too long, early in the game at least. 2.5-second GCD felt terrible. Yeah, I've got no problem with liking stuff like that. I was a Genesis player. I never got into really any of the Nintendo games. I have a Super Nintendo. I only got a couple of games on it. The early storyline in Final Fantasy XIV I found to be terrible. Boilerplate, boring questing. So at least for me, I tried. I actually did try Final Fantasy XIV, but just... Just not. Why are there so many of them? And the worst dungeon experience I have ever had in any game, ever, was Final Fantasy XIV. The Final Fantasy XIV dungeon issue was I was following the storyline quest, and you had to do a dungeon. So I signed up for the dungeon, and it was the worst experience, not because everyone was an asshole. Not a single word was said. Everybody ran like maniacs through it. I'm trying to keep up. They're murdering everything before I can do anything. I can't look around. I can't see anything in the dungeon. All I can do is try and catch up to the guys ahead of me who are clearing the dungeon as fast as they can. And when it was over, I got another quest to do another dungeon, and that's when I quit. Yes, I have. I am familiar with the length of the story to some degree, and that's not an uncommon opinion. It's one of the weird things about Final Fantasy XIV is defeat all villains in the sewers. Oh, fuck off! Oh my god. Pardon my French. I am not happy with this development. It's possible you have noticed that I am not happy with this development. One of the things about Final Fantasy XIV is that it has such incredibly devoted fan base, and it really does, which is cool. But most of them are completely willing to accept one criticism about the game, and that's that it takes forever before the game gets good. I just find it weird that the fan base, who is so loyal to the point of being a cult, but there's that one criticism. Everyone will go, yeah, okay, yeah, that one's valid. We understand, yeah. And here we are, another clear all in a convoluted fucking map. I hate these so much. Why do they do this to me? Why? Old design, I know. Yeah, I try to be careful about my criticisms about games to keep them relevant and make them about either something technical or make it clear that I'm complaining about by my opinion. I'm not saying a game is shitty. I'm saying I find it shitty, which is an entirely different thing. So for me, Final Fantasy is a terrible game. But that doesn't mean it's a terrible game. Oh, yeah, that's what killed the game for me. Absolutely, what killed it for me was the hologrind, for sure. I ground out, I think, 26 professions, searching for the last one. Never found it. I quit the game about 2 weeks before Jump to Lightspeed. Before space combat came in. I never got Jedi. It killed the game for me. Grinding through all those professions actually killed the game for me. Don't blow up yet. He's gonna blow. Canucket also enjoyed when people got their Jedis. I missed one back there. Somehow, I managed to miss one. Canucket enjoyed people getting their Jedi so that they could be hunted. That would be Canucket. How the hell did I miss multiple ones? Oh, those guys, they were walking back and forth, that's right. Magical powers, you know. They're magic machines. That's another mission complete. No, I did, I think 26, might have been 28 professions and never found the third. Actually, yeah, third one. No, fourth one. The three I got were Carabiner first, Bioengineer, and I didn't want to do Bioengineer at all, and it turned out to be the most fun I had, maybe in any MMO ever, was Bioengineer back then. And then Master Doctor, I think. Third. Contact my contact. Puzzling, Sterling Sagittarius. This device you took from the Vasilok looks a lot like the one you found in the Clockwork base. These devices look identical. Strange that you should find one in a Clockwork base and the other in a Vasilok den. I believe they're emitting the same signal, but I'm not sure how it could be guiding the Clockwork. Mind of a King. Interesting. This device you found in the Vasilok den is just like the one you discovered in the Clock. Yeah, we just covered that. I don't think they were designed by the Clockwork King at all. I believe Vasilok's been using these devices to communicate with his minions. The Clockwork probably just took that up for scrap. Looks like we're no nearer to figuring out how the Clockwork King powers his robots. Can you collect some more Clockwork parts for me? I'd like to see if I can recreate the robots in my lab. Complete 15 Clockwork. I don't know if we have Clockwork in this map or not. So I will head for the exit to the map. And we'll see if we've got any Clockwork on the map, because I don't remember off the top of my head. I was a smuggler initially. I would have been the first master smuggler on my server, but I followed the Prima Guide. And the Prima Guide, yep, that is Clockwork. The Prima Guide had bugs. It was not accurate. Great. got many more mobs than I wanted out of that. Just a few more mobs than I wanted out of that. I will take a brief sit down and feel better about myself. Now, initially, I was smuggler. Curse you, Prima God. And then I ground out everything else and really. Oh, that was a mistake. I misclicked. And really like bioengineer. And found some very cool recipes I could make as a bioengineer to make a boatload of money. I wonder what difference that would make. Canucket. Alright. I gotta find some more clockworks then. Oh, well, those ones will be easy to kill. They're gray. Cannon is even gray, but... Hey, he counts. What would that gain the players? Not something I've considered, so I have no idea really. Where are you flying off to, you little bastard? I need one more clockwork, wouldn't you know it? Kill a bunch of clockwork, come up one short. No, that's not going to work. Any clockwork down here? Yeah, but they're... No, that's Trollkin. J.R.R. Trollkin. It's like a joke without the humor. Hi guys, gotta go, gotta run. It's been grand. Don't go changing. Okay, those are the sorts of things I was thinking, Canucket. Yeah, the technical stuff would be that. All right, contact. Wyatt, what you got for me? Excellent work. I'll take these clockwork parts to my lab and begin work on them. I'm sure I can figure out the Clockwork King's power source. Are you sure? You haven't found it yet. Help! They're in my lab, the Clockwork King's robots, believe it or not. Sterling Sagittarius. They're the same defunct robots you collected for me earlier. I don't know how it happened, but they're somehow functioning again. I sealed them in, but they'll get out eventually. You've got to destroy the clockwork and recover the research data from my computer before they destroy. The location of my lab is marked on your map. All right, and we're back to Atlas, all the way back to Atlas Park, huh? I feel a potential sneeze coming up. Perhaps not. Nope, no, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, let's see. Independence Port. Atlas Park is over there, but much closer to just go there. And catch the monorail. It's an A-ticket ride. Take you back to the Disneyland Hotel. So many things have changed. Nobody knows what well, none of the young kids understand what an e-ticket ride is these days. You young kids today, get off of my lawn. I am no longer. I am still getting my double XP booster. Okay. Good. I thought I'd forgotten. It might have run out. Double XP gives you double XP, but you don't gain any influence, which is the currency. Cover the research data. I will after I murder a bunch of bots. No pretense here. No pretending that everyone I'm shooting at is just going to wake up in jail. Nope. These are robots. I'm killing them. Well, I'm going to let my energy recharge up because I might need it because we've got a lieutenant and then 2 regular mobs. Oh, no, we've got more than that. We've got more of them over there. Ah. Alright, he seems to be by himself then. He's not connected with those other mobs. So we'll take care of him. Trio of mobs over there. Okay. I'm glad I didn't just storm right in. Could have gone much further. For your hero and mine. And boom. They're everywhere. Going down to Alpha Sector. I have to defeat all Clockwork in the lab again. What is up with my kill all missions tonight? It's like I can get nothing but kill all missions. I hate them. Really. think you're going? Putting them down. Orson Randall. Well, Gun Fu is I can only think of Gun Kata from Equilibrium. Is that the reference? Because I have to kill all of them. Means that I can't just fucking move on to the next quest or next level. Ah. Well, before he became a super duper big deal, Christian Bale did a movie called Equilibrium, if I remember the name correctly, where it's something like a gun version of Kung Fu called Gun Kata, if memory serves. I suppose you guys could, like, group up a little better for me, could you? So that is dead end there, over here. Ugh. Yep, we got more mobs than we wanted. More mobs. And it's a kill all. It's just, I don't like them. Can't remember which game I was complaining about kill all missions on within the last couple of weeks. Latro, maybe? Oh, shit. And we got two different freaking elevators, which means two different upstairs. That's true. There is an option. I don't remember if I've turned it on here or not. For cell shading. Let's see if I can find it. Graphics and audio. I actually liked the cell shading option. I thought they'd included it in here. But I'm not seeing it. Team options, email, prompts, miscellaneous. Miscellaneous? No. Controls, no. Key mapping, no. It would be in here, I think. Yeah, it should be in here. Doesn't look like they've got it activated. It might be like a launch option. They did implement it in Champion Online, which had some of the same developers in City of Heroes. I liked the cell shading. Generally I like the look of cell shaded games. Oh my god, these maps. They're so big, although this map at least has been mercifully empty so far. Mercifully and inexplicably empty. With literally no creatures on it at all so far. There we go. That's not a there we go in a good way, it's just a there we go. Cannon Knight that's a lieutenant quality mob. Bigger and badder than your vanilla variety. That was a nice miss. Because I'm a big loser. For Cannon Knight and 1. This room cleared. First mobs we've seen on this map anywhere. There's no other way out of there, right? No, this is Homecoming. I run off Homecoming, and then Homecoming has 4 servers, I think. 3 in North America and 1 in Europe. And this is Homecoming, and I am on Everlast. Or Everlasting. You see, I mean, it's certainly possible that they're the only ones who have the implementation. But my brain is telling me these guys used to have it too. And it may be that it's turned on at like a launch time flag. Did we cover everything on this map? No. Not yet. That's right, we got another door over here. Nothing there. We do have another set of elevators on the previous floor that go up to a different set. Cannon Knight, so Cannon Knight and 1 instead of 3. A lieutenant and 1 is a pretty normal mob batch, or 3 regulars. All right. Oh, we've got a boss, Smooth Bore. Well, that's actually just a different flavor of lieutenant. But they're a really annoying lieutenant. When these ones are defeated, they turn into like 3 to 5 little annoyances. But with 2 AEs, I can clean them up pretty well. You see, that's the kind of thing... The experimental settings is what my memory is telling me it used to have. Graphics. I don't... Advanced graphics settings. Disabled. Ah... Environment, water, bench, shadow, advanced settings. Suppress effects, particle physics, quality, mouse, shader quality. Experimental graphics settings. Warning. Cell shader, thank you, sir. That's exactly what I was looking for. That's it. It is now enabled. Thank you. It definitely makes the game look more like Champions Online, which I understand some people wouldn't like. But for whatever reason, I like it. Thank you. That's... So I wasn't crazy. I just wasn't paying close enough attention. That sounds like me, in a nutshell. Although, in a nutshell, possibly also crazy. Thank you, Canucket. I really appreciate that. I knocked him off. Well, here's the research data. And I have to defeat all of the clockwork, because of course I do. Because I'm cursed. Alright, so we go back down. Then we go to the other set of elevators. And clear out that level. I think it was directly across. That wasn't quite right. Here we go. Is it over here? These up? These were up. Okay. Alright. Defeat all clockwork in the lab. Please, please, let it be a small level. Looks like it could be smallish. Thank you, Canucket. I appreciate that. This is indeed what I was looking for. I have said for a long time that one of the keys to being good at IT is having strong Google Foo skills. And it sounds silly, but it's not. There's so much stuff involved in IT, at least the stuff that I did. I think true for most IT professionals, that nobody can know all of it. And you're always going to run into stuff that you don't know. Alright, nobody over there. More stuff over there. Oh my god, no. Stop. Stop! They just won't stop, will they? Can't stop, won't stop. This mission is at least another 10 minutes. And would be perfectly submittable in court as to why I can't stand killing. As simple as that. Let me take a second here to regenerate my energy. These guys continually are draining it. Okay, and unfortunately this room's not done, even though it looks like it's done. No, it's got another room behind it. First. Your turn, punk. Another one. See, this one's hiding back over here. This is the kind of one I would miss while I was complaining about kill all missions where some of them are hidden. This is exactly what I would have been referring to. Should finish up this room. On the positive side, if I can finish this without popping an aneurysm, I should get another level. Decent sized if on that. batch of mobs over yonder. Everybody watch. It's just... Oh, certain this isn't the last of them. It's not. Why does another room cleaned out? Okay, we've done the move here. We've not been this way yet. Dead end. That's not. Multiple batches of bombs. That's not great. Him. Despite the fact he's flying right next to me, I couldn't see him. More of a... Nope, not done yet. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not done yet. It's possible that these are the last. Level. That's the mission complete. I'll take a deep breath. Wait for my puppet to bump. And head back out to rapturous applause. Okay, maybe that's overselling it a little. But we'll go train. Where Ms. Liberty awaits. I assume you guys can see the difference with the cell shading now. I just, for whatever reason, I do prefer the aesthetic. I think I'm in the minority on that. Ms. Liberty, I will train. Okay. 2 slots available. I can put any slots in that at all, right? I think it's empty clips. See if I want to change my title. I'm currently Sterling Archer. Oh, yeah, I'm startling. Startling Sterling Archer. Yeah, that's exactly correct. That is exactly what I wanted to be. Stop flying for a second. And I think I'm going to call it here for the evening. We have successfully completed that a number of interminable kill-all missions. I've been deleting Clockwork for most of the evening. I should be back to my usual time of 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. I hope you guys had some fun tonight. Nice getting back to a little more City of Heroes. I think I'll see myself playing this again tomorrow, most likely. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. Hopefully, see me soon. Have a great Friday night and have a weekend that kicks ass. That's not optional. Okay. I will see you soon. Have a great night tonight. Take care and ciao for now. Night, guys.